minute, but feels like we're.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you through a couple of recipes that I have here. First thing we're going to start with is with pepper steak. Pepper steak is a very easy meat to cook. You can put it as a stew, you can fry it, you can even put it to bake. But today I'm going to show you how I make it in the slow cooker. So typically I like to leave the meat soaking in water, cold water and vinegar, and while that's doing what it does over there, disinfecting, I am going to cut the celery, at least not thin but not medium, so maybe like a small chop. And then over on the side there I have cilantro. You don't have to add cilantro, but I do recommend it because it does give it a really tasty flavor. Then you want to chop up some onions, and you can slice it thin or thick, however you like. I like to do mine medium. So that's what we have here. We have onions, celery, and cilantro. As you can see, I already added the pepper steak into the crock pot, and so I'm adding adobo or chicken bouillon, Italian seasoning, garlic, and oregano, and a little cayenne pepper. Now you can put in as much or as little as you want to. I like to season generously, but that's up to you. The measurements will be down below. And then you want to add in your veggies here. These are canned vegetables, and then you want to add in some stock. You can use vegetable stock if you like, or you can use beef broth. Whatever you have on hand is fine. So now we're gonna start on our breakfast. I'm going to put slices of bacon onto this bacon sheet. What we're making is not burrito, but I would say breakfast wraps, because that's all I had on hand. All I had was wraps. I didn't have any English muffins, anything like that. So again, I'm putting the slices of bacon onto a large baking sheet, and I'm gonna put it on 350 degrees for about 25 minutes so it's nice and crispy. Go ahead and take about a dozen eggs, crack them into a large bowl. Then we're gonna add a little bit of seasoning in there, some red pepper flakes, pepper, salt, and a little bit of milk. So while the eggs are cooking, the bacon was finally done. So I went ahead and I switched out the pans. I lined up everything. I'm using cheddar and Monterey cheese. I'm using some mayonnaise. The eggs and the bacon is all set. So you want to take your tortilla. You want to put some mayonnaise. Then you want to add on your egg, your bacon, and your cheese. And then you're going to wrap it up like so. I can't tell you guys enough how much of a great idea it is to prep your breakfast ahead of time. Whether you're a busy parent or just going to work every day and the mornings are just getting ahead of you, having this prepared is a great idea. If you're only making just a few for just yourself, you can go ahead, put them in a large Ziploc and put them in the fridge, in the regular fridge. Or you can make a whole ton of them, put them in the freezer in a gallon freezer bag, and make sure that you give yourself enough time to put it in the oven to warm up properly. I feel like this has saved my mornings. I make 3 lunches every single day, so for my kids and my husband, and I always find that in the morning I am feeling rushed because not only do I have to get lunch ready, but I have to get breakfast ready as well. Excuse me guys, I have a little bit of a cold as I'm doing this voiceover. Thank you for bearing with me. But yeah, like I said, mornings can get ahead of you, and so having this is really convenient and you save a lot of money, and on top of that you're eating it from home. You're not in the fast food line trying to get this, and so it's a little healthier and it's very convenient. Now you want to take parchment paper, wrap that up tightly, and then put foil over it. Make sure it's wrapped up pretty tightly. Then you'll take a gallon size Ziploc, or you can take Pyrex, the glass tray with a lid on it, and then as soon as all of this cools down, you'll be able to put it into the freezer. If you made a super small batch, I'm talking like 6 or 7, and you're gonna eat them every single day, go ahead and put it in the regular fridge and it should turn up just fine. So let's not forget that I have that steak strip pepper steak in the crock pot. So to go along with that, I'm going to make white rice. So here I go, putting olive oil into the pan. Then I'm going to put 2 cups or 2.5 cups of water and 2 cups of washed white rice and some salt. Another meal that I like to make are chicken cutlets. I make at least 1 family pack a week. Usually this takes me not too long at all. This is frozen, so one way to make this not frozen really quickly within maybe an hour is you put your chicken cutlets into cold water with salt and a little vinegar, and I'm telling you, it will defrost in about an hour. Just let it sit in that very cold water. Also, now I have some sweet potatoes that I have to use up, so I'm peeling those. I will chop them and I'll put them into a sheet pan with the chicken cutlets and these carrots. That later on you'll see the carrots cook down to nothing, but the important part was that the chicken cutlet was cooked very nicely. The seasonings that I'm going to use is chicken bouillon or adobo. You can use garlic, cayenne pepper, and oregano, and a little bit of salt. So I'll show you how I season that shortly. I also put a little bit of mayonnaise so that the chicken is not dry.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back.
Now that I put these on the sheet pan, I'm going to just add some tomato paste to the pepper steak. This is gonna thicken it up. If you don't have tomato paste, it's okay. Go ahead and grab you two tablespoons of flour and you can add it into this and it will thicken that up for you. Also, another tip is if you have any gravy mix, you can put your powdered gravy mix into the crock pot when your steak is almost done and it'll turn out really, really yummy. You can serve it over rice or you can serve it over potatoes. As you can see, the chicken cutlets are done, and those little pieces of carrot, I'm just gonna throw them away because they cooked down to nothing. They weren't even enjoyable. I took a bite, it wasn't good. But here are the chicken cutlets, nice and tender and delicious, and these are the sweet potatoes. This will be a fantastic meal to throw into a lunch for the next day or dinner that same night.
Dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can we two find a way to align with each other?
I can't thank you enough for sticking around throughout the whole video. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of great homemaking content coming through for 2024. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for stopping by again. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and God bless you. Bye.